Welcome to another episode of Enduranked. I'm Izdaisho, and hopefully I'll be here to take you through another victory with Guardians of Light. But we're not going to do it with this hand. Yeah, I can rock with this hand. This is definitely one of the better possible hands. If my opponent doesn't have a removal spell on turn 2, for his turn 2, he's going to be in very, very bad shape. Because my Spirit Dancer here will be able to get pro creatures, and I'll be able to cycle it for a card as well as get a free card off the draw. Him leading off with a forest is pretty good for me. I'm not sure if there's anything that any of the green decks can do to deal with the situation that he's about to be a part of. It's pretty gross. If you can get this Core Spirit Dancer into 3 mana aura, it's so hard to lose. It's ridiculous. And the fact that I got an Armored Ascension 2 is kind of absurd. I'll probably just play it next turn. I have so many extra cards anyway. Although I drew two pretty useless lands right there. I already had 4, so didn't really need any more right away. But yeah, this thing is just going to be a threat for the rest of the game. I could try and play like a Seraph of the Sword and Armored Ascension up, but I think just putting him on, what is it? Is it going to be a 2-turn clock? Yeah, it's going to be a 2-turn clock from here, and he's playing the green deck, so that means the Hunter Strength. So that means I'm very safe in just Armored Ascensioning. The only thing he can do is play a Bramble Crush to not lose the game next turn. Let's see. Actually, he might not be dead. Yeah, unless I draw something, he's not going to die next turn. But, yeah, I mean, I might be able to draw an aura. But literally any aura... Okay, that's not true. You can't draw pacifism and expect to win still. But, I mean, my situation put him in, like... People were saying, well, there's Bramble Crush, they can get Prey Upons, and that's true. I happen to draw very, very well this game. Getting Unquestioned Authority on my Core Spirit Dancer on turn 3 just puts him in a position where he can't really do anything. Alright, so there's a Sunstriker, so it's not quite game yet. We gotta wait one more turn, but I can play Seraph of the Sword, which he should have some trouble dealing with. Let's see, does Overwhelming Stampede beat me? I don't think so. If he had a Rancor last turn, then it would have gotten +6/+6, and then he would have been able to deal lethal, but I'm pretty sure that there's nothing that he can do here. Yeah, that deck doesn't even run any fogs or anything, so really, really nothing, as far as I know. But with the new... GG. I mean, you can't really... you can call it a GG if you want, but there was just... Unfortunately, there was just nothing that my opponent was able to do. So, yeah, he's gonna bounce. Sorry, Combat Toast. But yeah, I mean, like, I was just so dominant from the very beginning that it's not really like fun playing those games of Magic, but you have to respect the fact that this deck can accomplish that. And it is at some cost, in that if my opponent had a Doomblade on turn 2, then I would have basically spent my turns 2 and 3 just like 1-for-1ing him. So like that's not really that good, because he uses the Doomblade to kill the Core Spirit Dancer, and then I play the 3 mana spell, which just basically cycles, gets me a card, and then goes to the graveyard. So I mean, it's not ideal, but then again, it wouldn't have been like so terrible for me if that had happened. But yeah, I mean, Core Spirit Dancer is just really powerful, and if you can kill it before they get to untap with it, then you always should. You should never let them, like, you never want to like try and 2-for-1 them with your removal, because they get to draw a card anyway, so it's really not that relevant. Although I guess you could say you definitely get to kill an aura, whereas they might draw a land or something like that, but I don't know. It's not really a great argument. It's not a terrible argument. It definitely has some merit to it, but at the same time, they still are recouping that card. So, alright, let's get another game here. This hand is nowhere near as powerful. I'm gonna mulligan it. No like relevant auras. Alright, this one's good. Again, now we can see that my deck does have some risk. Right, he's playing Exploration, so now I know that that risk is pretty much mitigated, but because he doesn't have any removal in that deck. Is there any, like, he can play Terastodon, I guess, and I mean, he might get the ideal start of, ooh, that is a lot of cards in your deck. Does he only have 3? Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Yeah, but this should work out pretty well for me because he doesn't have any removal, so I can play Griffin Guide, and then I can play Daybreak Coronet, and yeah, that should work out. So he's got a Colony Heart Expedition, but unless he drew a land, yeah, he doesn't have any land. So this is one of the dangers of playing too many cards in your deck. Like, just look at that stack. Wow, that's my 3rd Basivism. That's pretty ridiculous, but I mean, the 3-card combo of a Johnny Sunstriker, Daybreak Coronet, and Griffin Guide in conjunction with my opponent not really doing anything with his turn, because this card he completely wasted. He got to play two lands on turn 1, but then he missed land drops, so... Alright, so he drew a land here. If he's got like an Oracle of Muldaya, and then the top 2 cards of his deck are lands, okay, then he would actually be right back in this, but looks like we're still going to be okay. Wow! We drew the 4 set, so... depending on what kind of version of the deck he's playing, since I mean he's actually just playing all the versions, but some of the versions of the deck are running like the green creatures that do stuff when they enter the battlefield, and then I hope he plays it. Yeah, okay. And then there are also some versions of the deck that are just playing giant Eldrazi's to win the game. So here's one thing that's really cool about this deck. I think I've talked about it before, but ooh. Well, that's not good. Oh my god, no! Oh, poor guy. So you have to notice what card is on the top of your library. Uh-oh. All his dust is stuck. Oh no. When I draw a card, it won't go away. So... Huh. Oh, this was awkward. Let's see, if we bring this card up... No. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna play without looking. We can do that though. So he should have noticed that he had all his dust on the top of his library, and I don't know how many lands he has in play. I can't remember exactly, but I'm not sure if he would have been able to cast it or not. But if he was able to cast it, then sacrificing the Colony Heart Expedition is just inexcusable. And there is a Terastodon, so now the game is pretty much going to be over since I can't see anything. But then again, he's got an Oracle of Muldaya and a Terastodon, so depending on what he blows up... Did he just blow up only his lands? No, he blew up the Daybreak Coronet and the Griffin Guide, but he's at 2, so... this is a Plains. That makes... I don't know how many Plains I have, but... Wait, no, I can just Oromancer... Oh... I don't know how many planes I have. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. I only have to... See, I have a bunch of beasts. Wait, can we, like, turn the game? I feel like I can do that some way. Used to be able to. Controls. Move right. Aerial view. Let's go for the aerial view. That'll help. Resume duel. Let's go with 8. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we do have 5 planes, as I thought. But all I have to do is just pacify one of his creatures, really. But I can pacify 2 of them. So we're just going to play from up here, if that's cool with you guys. And then we can swing on in there for lethal. But he had actually one of the very few answers that he could have. It was basically that or all his dust. But yeah, that was really funny. I think it would have been cooler if I had just won the game with the aerial, without being able to see anything. But I needed to figure out how many lands I had in play. Though it didn't really matter. I just needed to pacify one of his creatures and then attacked with everything. But yeah, anyway, that was definitely a pretty funny game. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, it makes 5 with Guardians of Light, only 2 shy of Mind Maze. So we'll see what we can do next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.